Japan calls next-gen fighter program critical. Japan's Defense Minister Koizumi met Wednesday with the CEO of GCAP's joint venture design company to declare the three-nation next-generation fighter program, an extremely important project that will determine Japan's future air capabilities, Nikkei reported. The meeting held at the Japanese parliament brought Koizumi together with Marco Zoff, chief executive of Edgewing, the private joint venture responsible for designing the aircraft being developed jointly by Japan, the United Kingdom, and Italy under the Global Combat Air Program. Zoff used the meeting to press for pace, telling the minister that moving the program forward with unprecedented speed was essential. The exchange reflects a tension that has run through GCAP since the three nations formally announced the program in December 2022. The political ambition to field a sixth-generation stealth fighter by 2035 is running against the engineering and industrial timelines that programs of this complexity typically require. Edgewing was established specifically to manage that challenge, consolidating design authority across three national defense industries that each bring distinct priorities, technical traditions, and industrial workforces to the table. Edgewing itself is a joint venture drawing on three major defense and aerospace companies: BAE Systems, the British defense giant that has built every frontline fast jet for the Royal Air Force, since the Tornado holds a stake alongside Italy's Leonardo, which develops and manufactures combat aircraft and advanced electronics, and the Japan Aircraft Industrial Enhancement Co., known as JHEC, a Japanese vehicle created to represent the nation's industrial base. In the program, JHEC's membership includes Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the company that built and sustains Japan's current frontline fighter fleet, including the domestically developed F-2 and the licensed F-15J, bringing those three industrial traditions into a single design organization with a single CEO accountable for delivery, was itself a significant diplomatic and corporate achievement. The aircraft Edgewing is designing will replace the F-2 in Japan, the Eurofighter Typhoon in the UK, and the Eurofighter in Italy. All three nations face roughly the same timeline pressure. Their current fighters will reach the end of their service lives in the mid-2030s, and no off-the-shelf replacement exists that meets the threat requirements. All three governments have defined a sixth-generation platform, meaning one that goes beyond the stealth and sensor fusion characteristics that define the F-35 and incorporates advanced networking, directed energy potential, and the ability to control swarms of unmanned wingmen. Is the category of capability the program is intended to deliver. Japan's particular interest in the program also reflects a strategic calculation: developing and sustaining a domestic fighter capability rather than purchasing American jets indefinitely gives Tokyo genuine defense industrial sovereignty at a moment when its security environment has grown considerably more demanding. The F-35 program, which is the most recent comparable effort, took roughly 2 decades from concept to initial operational capability and still required years of post-delivery software development before the aircraft reached its full combat potential. CAP's designers and program managers have consistently argued that lessons learned from the F-35 experience, combined with modern digital engineering tools that allow faster design iteration and testing, make the 2035 date achievable. Whether that optimism survives contact with the full complexity of the development program remains to be tested. Japan operates in one of the most contested air environments on the planet, sharing airspace with a rapidly modernizing Chinese Air Force that has fielded its own fifth-generation fighters and is developing sixth-generation platforms, a North Korean ballistic and cruise missile threat that continues to expand in both quantity and sophistication, and a Russian Air Force whose operations in Ukraine have provided real-world data on how modern air warfare actually unfolds. The Japan Air Self-Defense Force's ability to operate effectively in that environment through the 2040s and beyond depends heavily on what Edgewing produces between now and 2035.